Please wait a moment before turning more lights out so I can read. I'd like to say something about the last piece, in particular since it's arranged by Lincoln composer and arranger Robert Beadell. Robert Beadell is probably the premier Lincoln composer. He has many, many credits to his, I guess you might say, to his distinguished career. He was a George Holmes Distinguished Professor of Music at the University of Nebraska before he retired in 1991. He has won many, many awards. He has a huge credit to his list. He's achieved an ASCAP award every year, or many years, for creativity and advancement of American music. In fact, every year since 1973. He was given the Regent Citation for Excellence in 1973 at the university and the Outstanding Research and Creativity Award, which is the highest award that the University of Nebraska gives, and that was in 1987. He has written many major works, I believe around 10, many for the American Conductors Association, the National Endowment of the Arts, the Minnesota Orchestra. The list goes on and on. And we're delighted he took this piece of music written from many, many more instrumentalists than this, and this, you might say, is the dessert of tonight's program. And it's a delightful arrangement, and we're delighted to have Robert Beadell. He was recently appointed composer in residence at First Plymouth Church, and so it's a great honor and privilege to perform his music and his arrangements.
Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds. While visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama, in her kerchief, and I in my cap. had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and blew up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away, dash away, dash away all! As dry leaves that fall before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and Saint Nicholas too. And then in a twinkle I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot. And his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a round belly that shook when he laughed. like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings and turned with a jerk. And laying a finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down on a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all! And to all a good night.